lunchtime, and we're here to cook with you. I'm Larissa, this is Paulina. We work in the nutrition department here at Conway Medical Center, and we're gonna make 2 recipes with you today. If you'd like to cook along, join us. Otherwise, these recipes will be available on Conway Medical Center's website. And we're going to be talking about healthy holiday meals and eating for just general health, but especially if you maybe have a health condition where you might be wanting to eat a little bit healthier. And holidays come a time when it's not always as easy to eat healthy. So 2 recipes that we're going to make today. One of them is macaroni and cheese, because I know a lot of holiday tables have macaroni and cheese as a side dish on the table. Yeah, so we're going to do a healthier, lightened up version of macaroni and cheese, and we're also going to make a delicious side salad. So let's start with the macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, great.
There's a secret ingredient in this.
Okay, what is that?
It's pumpkin.
Pumpkin?
Yes, living pumpkin is another
I've never
great.
made pumpkin with my mac and cheese.
You'll never even know it's there.
Let's try it.
So we're going to start with a little bit of butter. We're going to make a roux. So that's kind of our thickening agent.
Now
Hot pan.
the pumpkin is a fun additive to our mac and cheese because pumpkin gives you a lot of vitamin A, beta-carotene, and just a lot of antioxidant properties that you wouldn't necessarily normally get in your mac and cheese. So that's why it's a kind of a fun additive, and it's for the holidays. Your kids will love it. I'm sure we're going to love it. And then we're also going to have different options for whole grain pastas, edamame pastas. This new Banza pasta will show you that is gluten-free and high in protein, and just different options for different needs that will be met for the holiday season.
So in this pan, I added a little bit of flour to the butter to make a roux, and I just cooked it for a few seconds just to cook out that floury taste to it. And now I'm slowly adding in 2 cups of milk. You can use any type of milk that you want here as long as it's low fat. So we just have low fat cow's milk, but if you prefer almond milk or oat milk, which has extra fiber in it as well. So any type of milk that you want, this is what's going to make our sauce. So I'm just going to turn this heat up a little bit. And just get a good whisk to start whisking that around, and it'll start to thicken up. That flour will help thicken it nicely. So our pumpkin here, if you want to hold that can. So the thing with this pumpkin is, it is 100% pure pumpkin. You do not want to get pumpkin pie filling. No. That would not be a very yummy mac and cheese. So this is just 100% pure pumpkin.
Yeah.
Great source of fiber. And the great thing about pumpkin, especially in a mac and cheese, is that it's cheese colored already. It looks kind of like
an
cheddar cheese.
Extra cheesy pumpkin.
Yeah, I make this recipe for my kids all the time, and they have no idea that they're eating vegetables in their mac and cheese.
And you can get this pumpkin puree at any store, at Aldi's. You can even get it at Target, so it's anywhere. It's very available. Especially this time of year, because you know it's around a lot for pumpkin pies, but we're going to use it in this mac and cheese.
All right, so if you'll take this giant scoop, and we need about a cup of this pumpkin in here. I probably could have had a smaller spoon. So we're going to just start adding some of that pumpkin in here. Really starts to thicken this up
mixing really
well.
That is going to be delicious with the...
Okay, that's plenty, I think. So let me just show you, I don't know if you can see it here. So already it's looking like a thick and creamy cheese sauce. I'm going to add a little bit more milk now to this. So like I said, it takes about 2 cups total. And you can adjust it, you know, depending on how thick your roux is working. Now, normally mac and cheese has a lot of cheese in it. How much cheese would you say a normal recipe has?
I'd say maybe a few cups at least.
Yeah, I'd say so too. Probably about 4 cups in there. You know, a couple different types of cheeses in there. And you really can use any type of cheese that you like in this too. We just have some good old-fashioned cheddar cheese, again, because it's about the same color as our pumpkin.
You won't tell the difference.
Yeah, and you only need about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of cheddar cheese. And that's for the whole pound of pasta.
That is quite impressive. lower fat, mixes right in.
Exactly. So because we're using about half the cheese that you normally would need in a recipe, like mac and cheese, you get about half the fat because pumpkin's fat-free. It's naturally fat-free. This is also a great alternative too if you have diabetes or something where you're trying to look and cutting out some of the extra fat and some of the carbs. These high fiber pastas, like Paulina was mentioning, really tend to be a little bit lower in carbohydrates. And because they have so much more fiber in them, your body digests it a little bit easier so that you can, you hopefully won't get those spikes that you may get with other types of pasta in the blood sugars.
Now, do you think it's a good time I can show them the different types of pasta?
Please do. And while we're doing this too, feel free to put in questions. I can't see that far away what these questions are, but we will answer them at some point. So if you have a question or comment in here that you want a response to, we will come back through and answer them right on the Facebook page. So check back in shortly afterwards and we can answer your questions for you.
Yeah, so today we're using this ronzoni whole grain pasta. And there is about 50 grams of whole grains in each serving. So that's what we're going to use today, and these, like Larissa said, there's a lot of fiber, kind of help with just gut motility and just processing it through your body. But there's also some other options. This Banza pasta is a gluten-free chickpea-based pasta. There's about 25 grams protein per serving, and it's actually a really nice tender pasta. It doesn't get clumpy or hard even though it's gluten-free, so that's an option. And another option we're going to show you is an edamame spirulina pasta. So it's just like a vegetable base. Again, if you're gluten-free or just one other option, or just want to make some yummy green pasta.
Yeah, and this is, you know, as far as pasta goes, relatively lower carb option. This is only 20 grams of carbs in this per serving size. So that's a great option as well.
Great options.
So I don't know if you can see how gooey, cheesy, delicious this looks.
Yummy.
The last thing that we're going to add is just a pinch of salt and pepper. I also have a little bit of like a chef seasoning in here, like Mrs. Dash, with a little garlic and paprika. You can add whatever types of seasonings that you like into your mac and cheese. Go ahead and put in the sauce because it really will just add some extra flavor to it. And then we're just going to dump in our cooked pasta. So this is one of the whole grain pastas that we have here. It's a pound of pasta. Here's my giant spoon to get this in here.
I think I might make this for a Friendsgiving coming up.
It makes a lot of pasta too.
Yeah, it does.
So at this point, you can just serve it as it is. Or if you want to get even fancier, you can put it into like a casserole dish. You can top it with a little breadcrumbs or French fried onions or something if you want some crushed up crackers to give it a crispy topping. You can bake it in the oven as well.
I'm sure if you put little crispy crackers on it and then put it back in the oven, you'll get a little crunchy top to it.
Absolutely, and it'll be so yummy.
You can personalize it.
All right, let's serve this up. This is a lot of pasta, so you can feel it. And it is so gooey.
Yummy mac and cheese.
It really is. And you wouldn't even be able to tell that it's
not at
got
all.
pumpkin in it. You won't even be able to tell that it's made with pasta made from beans. So you get extra fiber, extra nutrients, and it's a much healthier option for your Thanksgiving table with this side dish.
Yep.
So that's dish number one.
Dish number one. Dish number two, we're going to make a delicious mixed green salad. I have this bowl of bunch of mixed greens right here. And we're going to make like a feta, orange, almond balsamic vinegar blend. So with your mixed greens, whether that's going to be your spinach, your romaine, your whichever green you have at home or prefer, I'm going to first add in some sliced oranges. Now while I'm going to put these in, Larissa is going to show you how you can cut up your orange and add them to your salad yourself at home.
Yes, so if you don't want to do anything fancy, you can just peel them and slice them into half moon shapes, and that's fine. I'm actually going to take all of the peel off it and I'm going to segment it. So this is taking it so there's no part of that white pithy part, which can sometimes be bitter. And then, can I actually have that dish? Because I'm going to cut this right over the bowl, and all the juices that come out, it's going to go into the dressing. It's going to just
Yeah, it's a
help
good
flavor
idea.
it. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting in between the segments, those membranes, almost like a little V shape, and then it just pops right out, and then you don't have any of that tough membrane in it.
Yeah. Now what's great about adding an orange to your salad is you're getting an increase in vitamin C that you maybe wouldn't necessarily get in your plain green salad. It's great for just an immune boost, especially this time of year in the fall and the winter with little bugs going around, just with being cold and the kiddos and everything. And it's great in antioxidants, which again is going to help boost immunity with just help boost cell growth and strengthen your cells, and add to your salad dressing.
So there you go.
That's what I'm gonna do. Thank you.
And then another fruit that we can add to it, which we're not going to right now because these pomegranates are hard to get out. So if you have tips to get pomegranate seeds out of your pomegranates, let us know. Paulina thinks she has a good technique.
Yeah, so what you've done in the past is I have my pomegranate and I'll cut it horizontally, and then you have to get a bowl, and you definitely can't be wearing a white lab coat because it might get stained.
I learned this the hard way.
Yeah. So I'm going to cut it in half, and then once it's cut in half, I'm going to have the seed side down on my palm, and I'm going to have it over a bowl, and I'm going to take a wooden spoon, maybe not as long as that spoon, and I'm going to
What's wrong with my spoon? I thought it was beautiful.
And you're going to literally whack the pomegranate, and so the seeds, that pressure on the outside just lets the seeds fall into the bowl. And usually it's not too messy. Sometimes it can be, depending on how ripe your pomegranate is. And that's just been the best tip I've had with getting pomegranate seeds out.
Yeah, so if you want an extra boost of antioxidants, a little extra crunch, and of course some color, which at Christmas time, those are red. They look like little jewels in your salad, so that's a great additive to it too. So we may add that one later, off camera, when we're not wearing white lab coats.
So we're going to add some shaved almonds. I love shaved almonds. They add a little crunch to the salad. They add a little protein. Again, a little more fiber. They're really low in carbohydrates as it's a healthy nut, low in saturated fats. I kind of love it just for the crunch and the texture of a salad, so you don't get lost in just a bunch of soft greens. As well as that onion giving some yummy good crunch to it. And we're also going to add some feta cheese. So again, you have a little more protein, you have great flavor, you have some great calcium. I'm not sure many people who don't like feta, so it's a fun additive to the salad.
Yeah. And you could use a different type of cheese if you like to goat cheese or something like that. You can add different types of cheese to it.
Totally. And now here's the dressing. This is a balsamic dressing that I'm going to have with some olive oil. So I'm just going to drizzle.
Let's add this all together.
Okay, it's all together.
We'll add it all together. That way, if you make it in one of these containers too, you can even just sort of like shake it up, and you can store it in the fridge because it probably won't need all of this dressing. So you can either keep it on the side, a little Dijon mustard. So I'm going to stir it up. You also can put the lid back on and just shake it. And yeah, like Larissa said, you can keep this in the fridge. That way you have your dressing ready for the next day or next week. And I would definitely advise shaking it before you use it every time. Yeah.
And then I'm just going to do a light drizzle on, I can always add more, so I'm going to add what I think, and then I'm going to use my tongs to mix it all up.
And it's usually a good idea to wait until right before you're ready to serve to add the dressing so it doesn't sog up the salad. Or, serve it on the side so people can add their own to it. But if you are going to add it to the salad, then just wait till the last minute to add it on. Or you can even put the dressing on the bottom and then build a salad on top, and then right before you're ready to serve, that's when you would toss it all together.
Yeah. Now this looks delicious to me. I can even smell the yummy balsamic dressing.
Yes, so with oranges, pomegranates, they're great winter fruits. And now that the produce has changed a bit, now that the summer is over, we want to take advantage of the produce that is seasonal right now, which are things like oranges and pomegranates. Dark leafy greens are always available. So you want to plate that up, you can plate that too.
And it kind of adds for a nice light dressing in the mix of just the heavier meals of the winter and Thanksgiving. Kind of nice to change it up and add a light salad for you.
Yeah.
And the salad's full of vitamin K, good healthy options. So here you have your pumpkin mac and cheese and your yummy orange feta salad.
So we hope that you maybe
Looks
want
yummy
to
to me.
take these and try them on your holiday table this year.
Yeah.
And as always, check out conwaymedicalcenter.com for more information about diabetes awareness and the programs that we offer. We're here to support you throughout your entire journey. Thanks so much, everyone.
Thank
Have a great
you.
day.
Have a good day.